Hello everyone, and welcome back to another PGR stream. And yes, I will be continuing the story as I did last time. So far, sort of a recap from last week. You, the commandant, almost gets kidnapped until you called your boy Noctis to come and help bail you out. And now, it's up to you two to find out the culprits. Alright then. Without further ado, let's continue the story. So sit back, relax, and let's go. Sunset and alcohol. A match made in heaven. Oh, this is interesting audio. This is weird. The terminal suddenly emits a low noise. Noctis recalls that he was fiddling with it in the morning. Hello? Commandant? Can you hear me? But I didn't break it. How lucky. Noctis is feeling rather gloom, due to the faulty terminal and having no progress in his investigation. Still, his alertness is unaffected. A group of people is coming at him. How convenient. Just when I was having a bad mood, there are sandbags coming my way. Haha. New Oakley Town Square. He's just striding around. It's like, yeah, look at me. Are you picking up? And then crowd had rocked up. Toss a bomb first. When in doubt, throw bombs. Wow, that was quick. Let's go. We got elephants to beat up. These are more like, seem like more like just normal contracts instead of just head troop. Oh, I didn't realize our range of that. Why am I? And okay, so not too sure what happened there. Well, let's keep smacking. Let's go. Oh, they already did. Earthquake? There's a lot of these mammoths. Why mammoths? They're just a elephant. Unless they're just mammoth, because mammoths apparently more. Oh, they shoots out fire from the sides. Wow, well, I'm doing terribly against these things. It doesn't help when I can't even see what it's doing. Well, how am I supposed to beat them up? I'm losing that lot of health to this fat, so it's taking forever to kill. I'll just keep welling at it till it dies. Alright, now it's dead. Well, I gotta thank you in the end. I guess it's not all too bad. All of a sudden, the terminal begins to emit nothing but white noise. You have no idea what happened to Noctis. Noctis? Hello, Noctis? You only know its approximate location before the signals disappeared based on the distance displayed on the terminal. He seems to be still within the town, not far from you. However, he warned you not to leave the inn. What if it is a trip? It seems that there's some trouble in town. Well, I'm just about to go and check it out now. He points at you and leaves the room. Come with us. You want to find that redhead construct, don't you? Moving with Max would indeed be safer, but as mayor, Max himself cannot be trusted entirely. What? Scared that I might kill you? No, I'll go with you, Max. Good. It's good to have guts here. Max stops and takes a puff of his cigar. And just call me mayor. Then he introduced never mind. As the door opens, a deafening noise and a strong, warm scent of alcohol gush out as you have entered another world parallel to the quiet street. What is this place? You have to speak twice as loud as usual to make sure others can hear. This is the town's tavern. Alcohol is a necessity for most people here, especially on a night like this. Max takes a deep breath, savoring the rich aroma of malt in the air with a hint of pride on his face. Smells like another good year. Alcohol. Although there are also alcohol beverages in Babylon, they are essentially regulated items under strict control, yet they are sold like a common commodity. Not to mention that using naturally produced food rather than synthetic food to brew drinks is in a sense quite extravagant. This is the golden blood of New Oakley. Max picks up a glass of foamy golden beer and drains it. Nowhere nearly as posh as wine, or as mellow as sake. Beer is just a simple beverage of joy and freedom. Would you like to grab a drink? No thanks to the mission. You're too stiff, Commandant. Perhaps you should learn from him and try not to think so much. Yahoo! Just then you hear enthusiastic shouts and cheers from the crowded corner of the tavern. You know what? I've tons of those hedgehog creatures in the bloody forest. Didn't make me more than a punch to finish off. What's more, I was fighting them with the while protecting the Grey Raven Commandant. You're so cool, Plo. How awesome! Yeah, so effing cool. Oh, hey, look, the Commandant I was talking about has arrived over here. Noctis? When you made your through your way through the crowd and taking a good look for the faint smoky light, you finally see Noctis towering over everyone else. He's waving his hand this way. Red on his face suggests he has had alcohol flavor electroid, and that's something you never knew they made here. Hey Noctis, had a little too much to drink? Actually, you only drank a little. To your surprise, a little what's naturally the conversation. Sure, I sure never knew he couldn't handle alcohol. Shh. Are you out of your mind? Remember how you chopped off the head of that stupid beast? I made fun of him 10 minutes ago. You're glad that Noctis didn't seem to hear what he had been said about him. You guys seem to have a lot of respect for him. And these are the same people you found Noctis Savage so repulsive half an hour ago, and they always wanted to spit on his head. We do, because he was the one there and took care of those hedgehog creatures, and kept our food safe for us. God only knows what would have become of this year's harvest festival if we weren't there. I deliberately blew them up. Hell, yeah. We might not be able to ride the side of justice, but that ain't mean we backstab people who lend us a helping hand. These people are probably what most would consider evildoers, but they seem like total scoundrels who can't tell right from wrong. And it ain't like we're staring at chance funny him anyway. Damn straight. I got a little CG. Hey, Commandant, what you doing over there? Come over here already. What do you want? People shove you up toward Noctis. Standing in front of him now, you see that he's just standing on a chair. And he now hands him a link on the table. That's that. As in right here? Doesn't matter. Or as long as you enjoy yourself. Come on. In the swing glow lights, Noctis holds his hand out to you with a smile. You suddenly remember what Max said, and this town is a place where one doesn't need to drink too much before they act. And here we go. With a moment's hesitation, you grab Noctis' hand and it pulls you right up the table. Even knowing what happened. People around the table burst into shouting and laughing, which eases up the awkward mood. Still, you have absolutely no idea what you're supposed to do next. Ready to spice things up with a breakdance? Are you for real? Come on, don't be shy. But I don't even know. Before we even finish this sentence, Noctis is still on the table, is already shaking his arms and legs in an attempt to do what remotely seems like a breakdance. Oh, here goes nothing. Well, it doesn't matter who says a dance needs to be methodical anyway. Your moves not quite be up to snuff, but it doesn't really matter as long as you enjoy every moment of it. Let's get up there too. Hell yeah, let's do this. We've had more drunk sitting on the table after Noctis started dancing away at the music. Yes, I'm on mission. Let's dance. When you pick up the last dropped bottle from the floor and pass it to the tavern owner, you cast a look out of the window and see a hint of light just around the horizon. How time flies. You can't help but let out a yawn. Feeling a chill down your spine as you recall that FOS disqualifies anyone during an operation for letting out such much as a yawn. On the floor now, however, lie a bunch of people, including Noctis, their arms and legs sprawling everywhere, which way. Jeez, look at this guy. He's only been in town for a day and he's already acting like he's been living here all his life. Wouldn't have any doubt, even if you had told me he was from here. So how do you like this place so far, Commandant? I just never saw myself breakdance on a table. Well, that's life for you. Queer Sarah. And like I said before, you need a job if you want to stay here. Look into that. A guy by the name of Damon, says Max as he nods at the tavern owner, who responds to gesture with a friendly smile. Probably a good idea for you to get yourselves a job here. I'm sure they can use a few extra hands here during the Harvest Festival. Well, Commandant is all I ever learned how to be. It seems like you have to leave that aside for now. But I guess what am you working here a try? And as for the construct, that goes wherever you go. He files like a real champ. Let's take him down to the farm and have him keep the town safe. And? That's my son. He works at the town's sheriff. Said he wanted to keep the town safe and all. Think he just might be able to help you all if you want to look into something. That's if he wants to, though, of course. Of course. Now, here comes your first task. Get all these drunk bastards out of here. With it, Max turns around and leaves, and the tavern's owner, on the other hand, rolls up his sleeves and reels legs with bulging muscles, a physique that hardly befits his appearance. Single-handedly, he picks up one of the guys off the floor and flings him out the door. Why am I even here? That's a good question. If we didn't go with bloody Damon, we wouldn't be here in a bloody situation. It's Watanabe, leader of the Forsaken. He won't die that easily. Meanwhile at the Oasis, our leader left with a team of our men to take care of the Hedgehog creatures that showed up. We're having trouble getting hold of them because there is this strong magnetic disruption here where they are. How many times are you going to make me repeat that? We already asked the instructor to come down, he's only on the way here, but you can't go ahead and tell me what you need while we wait. Nope. Not gonna do that. You don't seem like you're in charge here. The mayor said I need to speak with the one in charge. says the man in a bizarre outfit as he takes a swig of a flagon around his waist. Phew, boy, this is my first time delivering a message, and this sure is making me nervous. Hey, you're not supposed to drink here. Don't sweat, it's just a weak grass juice. See, I can't take alcohol. Wait, you're from New York, but you can't drink? Seeing the suspicious look on the soldier's face, the man quickly corrects himself. Well, I can't really drink when I'm out on an official errand now, can I? Says the man as he burps. He twists his flagon open and let the soldier smell its content. It only smells anything. It smells anything but alcoholic. Why a sip? Oh, I think I'd pass. The wheat soldier shakes his head. Well, shake, click, click. The man takes another swig of what he claims to be weak grass juice, filling the air with a crisp aroma. And I thought you guys were on the friendly terms with Babylon, you know? Heard from some guys from out of town that you've been working together a few times, but taking some loss. Most of the guys that they send down from Babylonia are constructs and all good to go with some quick fixes, but they ain't gonna fly with you human soldiers, no? Have you ever treated you people at all, or do they just go poof when they are done with their business? We have still got to help those people even without Babylonia's help. I stop sticking my nose into people's businesses now if I were you. The soldier clutches his gun as it does so. He can seem to feel the heat coming from the blood-tainted name tag in his pocket. Come on, man, chill. I was just saying. Say, where is this guy I'm supposed to talk to? Is he still on his way? I'm right here. How can I help you today? As a steady voice comes from behind the man, the soldier standing behind him salutes the person behind him. Sir Ballard? I heard we had a friend hailing from New Oakley, ready to share some intel with us. After saluting the soldier, Ballard turns around and faces the man. I am the one in charge of Forsaken when Watanabe's away, so feel free to talk to me. Feeling intimidated by Ballard's stern demeanor, the man quickly stands upright as he fastens his dagger to his wrist. Yes, I come to share some very important intel with you. Are you sure about that? After hearing from the man from New Oakley, had to say everyone looks dubiously at him. I swear to God, I'm not lying. The commandant who shared the intel with me seemed important enough. The construct that's always grumpy seems very dismissive around the commandant, and it's not something you usually see a de facto do, right? You were saying Babylonia is trying to add New Oakley to their territory? It's a whole bunch of nonsense. Are they seriously gonna fight for this land on Earth now when they abandoned Earth and left it to suffer? We've come a long way since the Great Evacuation, though. At least they seem willing to work together now. Come on, son. You weren't even born when the Great Evacuation was happening. Right, but I've been fighting along Sir Watanabe for long enough. I believe I've been with my own very eyes. You know what the problem is? He's been too much of a pushover. We wouldn't have been where we are today if you try to keep this base independent by force. Just think about it. We're all still here trying to keep this base safe, and now how easy he has to personally get rid of the hedgehog creatures himself. Alright, that's quite enough. With Ballard's tone of voice, the argument quickly dies down. Sir, Babylonia doesn't seem like they want to talk to San at all. And what's what we all having such a difficult time swallowing here? A man who has never spoken now speaks up. We understand why they want to do what they're trying to do, but the way they're going about it seems arrogance. The Cleanstone belongs to everyone, and it isn't Babylonia's private property. They seem to still think of Earth as something their own, and don't realize that there are people trying to survive on this very planet they abandoned. New Oakley is an important source of food to the Forsaken, and we just hate the idea of seeing our lifeline privatized again. I mean, isn't it the first time they've done it that way anyway? I totally understand where you're coming from, but let's just take a moment to remember that everyone from Babylonia wants the Forsaken gone, which is why we need to strike a balance before we have what it takes to go independent. There is still a possibility for conservation, and there's still no need for us to complicate things by being hostile. Why is why. Right then, Ballard's about to go on. Every time on the Forsaken in the discussion starts blaring. Distress signal? The terminal show the face of a young man, one who looks slightly dorky without a mask on. His name reads Song. Watanabe has taken a team of Forsakens in to build an area of defense where hedgehog creatures previously be found. The song was one of the Forsakens that went with autonomy. Assault! Oh, channels! Disruption is so bad that it's coming from the song side of the line now in odd phrases, gunshots and sounds of explosions. Song! Aren't you with autonomy? What's going on? Purifying force! Severely wounded! Help! As the video shakes violently, Song keeps his eyes down. Seems like he's dragging something. Right then, from behind Song, everyone sees a shrapnel shell coming straight at him with trailing smoke. Song! Drop down now! Before the video turns black, Forsaken sees Song drop down. We've hit the video turns black, and everyone present formal silence. That doesn't last long. Forsaken, who was shouting at the top of his lungs just moments ago, stands up his chair, cracking against the floor. Dude, what the hell? Without saying anything, the Forsaken walks out of the door. The person with whom he was having a hidden argument just moments ago stands up too and follows him outside. Where are you going? I don't know about you, but I'm not totally ready to give Babylon a piece of my mind here. As he spits out the words, the other guy beside him nods to silent agreement. Are you trying to freak everyone out now? Come back and sit down already. Ballad? The Forsaken points a finger at Ballad. I think no one knows what you've done. You were the one who founded the Purifying Force back in the post-pandemic age. Finding it hard to let Babylon go now, huh? I'm as good as dead to the Purifying Force. Ballad remains unfazed. But you're not thinking all of these through with a straight head. And this is definitely not something that neither autonomy or I have taught you. What if the video was fake? It might seem like a Purifying Force was attacking Song. But what if it's not what he was trying to tell us? But it's got to do with them no matter what. I'm sure they're keeping an eye on us as we speak anyway. Well, be it as it may, how exactly are you going to find them? Are you just going to shout at the top of your lungs so the entire world can hear you? And how are you going to deal with them when you find them? Are you just going to do them in without a trial? And exactly how are you going to make sure that nothing is going to happen to the border when you've met Babylonia head on? Ballad's shadow seems to loom longer with every question, causing the air to grow heavier by the second, feeling the weight of the truth. In Ballad's words, the Forsaken says no more, his body shuddering all over. If I may, sir, what exactly are we supposed to do? I have the video we saw just now, and now as biotechnicians start looking for survivors for where Tommy went to build the area of defense. It's what Tommy we're talking about. You don't come across this guy as tough as him every day. We need to take the initiative if Babylon is really behind us. Now, I don't mean that we're getting back at them. We're just trying to get back what's rightfully ours before they go any further with the clean zone. Be it getting them to do as we say or going against them, we need to first get our hands on a few trump cards. We need these trump cards to either ask them to spill the beans about autonomy or ask them to save him. I don't think so autonomy would have agreed to this had he been here. But I think most people here will agree if this is something we have to do to save him. Right. Now, we need to come up with a plan first. As for our friend from New Oakley, Ballard casts a look at the man who's trying to sneak out quietly. Well, I thought I was already done here. Guess we need you to stay here for just a bit longer. Well, sure then. The man is about to say no, but quickly decides he isn't really in a position to do so, given how severely outnumbered he is. As the other people look at the other way, the reserved Forsaken stops shaking his head. Harvest Festival. Hey, Commandant, give me the usual thing, a glass of ice water. He comes here every day and orders nothing but a glass of ice water. Sorry, but we don't serve ice water today. We whip out a sign and put it on the bar counter that reads, "No free ice water during the Harvest Festival." Wait, seriously? Right when the man's head droops with disappointment, you put a glass of alcohol-flavored electrolyte in front of him. Wait, I didn't order this, did I? It's on the house. Ah, I knew you were a cool person from the start. Oh, not tell you effing from Babylonia anymore? Well, don't you think it's only fair you to share some tea with me now? The man finished the drink with a few swigs, opening his mouth only after he's done wiping the foam from his mouth. Our mayor kicked a bunch of hooligans out of town a while back because they were being less than submissive, and they all hang around this brewery nearby town. That includes you, I presume? Jeez, cut me some slack here already. See, I respect our mayor with all my heart. Me and my end would have died years back had it not been for him. Decided to stop the man before he goes on. So what's the deal with the hooligans you were talking about? Alright, hooligans. Well, they've been quite active since you all came to town. And I don't know what it has to do with the person you're looking into. I heard they brought a bunch of food before the Harvest Festival. God only knows why they did that. Not to mention it's anyone's guess as how they even got the money to do that in the first place. Food, huh? And the Harvest Festivals today. Those guys are out on the streets now. I bet they're up to something. Got it. We want the wine glass from as you ponder the value of the intel. If Damon and his people are really trying to pull something in this town, then time as chaotic as the Harvest Festival will be the best bet. And that too makes for the best opportunity for you to catch him right in the act. Did you hear that, Noctis? Yep, I heard every word. So there's a good chance they might show up today and cause a scene, right? Noctis isn't always a deep thing, but he can be sharp-witted when he has to be. Right, that's where you come into the picture and look for Damon. Yeah, alright, just watch and learn, partner. Partner, you said? Yep, how do you like that? I thought I'll call you that from now on, instead since you aren't playing your commandant role, and I'm not a task force member anymore. I see, I guess that works. I know, right? Partner, isn't it better than anything you can think of right now, and you're like how there is a ring of equality and neutrality to it. Can I even ask you this? What exactly is this thing you're wearing? Oh, you mean this? This is a coating I bought from one of the stores just now at the Harvest Festival market. This guy here picked it for me. Hell yeah! You're the effing bomb! Only fits the mood. And the two of them don't seem out of place at all, walking right next to the rest of the festival goers, wearing all sorts of crazy outfits. Hey, Noctis, what are you doing there? Say someone on the other side of the line. Ugh, not gonna stop yapping now. Huh, gotta go now. Look, you know where the door is if you want to show yourself out now. Huh? Look, smartass. You ain't my boss. I'm just here to get my job done. Ever since that time when Noctis protected the townspeople from the hedgehog creatures that had shown up out of nowhere, Noctis has been working with Van, the town's sheriff, to keep the town safe. Because you take orders from no one but the commander, huh? That's how things went back at Babylonia, I presume? I take orders from no one. And how I do have her take requests from partners, though. Doctor greets an old lady of Usaka as he passes her by. He takes a bite out of the fruit that she insists on giving him. But look who's talking now. How do you like all the orders you need to take from your old man? And the mention of his Van grows obsessed and shoots the fruit and knocked his hand in a disgusted look. I have nothing to do with that man. We butt heads whenever we see each other. And the only reason I decided to become this town sheriff is... Van bites his tongue, having realized that he's spoken a little too much. Well, having someone to butt heads with sounds great, doesn't it? Noctis takes another bite of the fruit as he looks at the kid who's throwing a tantrum on the street because his dad refused to buy him the candy he wanted. I used to have something of a family figure in my life and a brother I would always fight with. They both died, right in front of me. So you probably want to talk to your old man when he's still around. You never know when you might get out of talking to him. Noctis pats Fan on the head, but Fan shakes him off with a disgusted face. I'm off to patrol then. We'll catch you in a bit. It's not until Noctis was walked a good distance away that Fan pulls out the Severus pistol and that came from Babylonia. Fan puts the pistol away into her pocket and turns around to leave the rowdy crowd. remotely. Well, I can just skip all this. Sergeant has murdered. A security named Sergeant disconnected from the local area network last night. The sheriff is investigating and saying that the MIKU seems to have been abandoned somewhere. Hmm. No gangsters. Let's go and beat up some fools. Let's go. Just punch them in the face. Get lost. So new violence or something weird last night. Saw the sheriff in an unknown construct last night when throwing out the garbage. I didn't think much because I was too sleepy. But looking back, I wonder why a sheriff was with an unknown construct on the eve of the Harvest Festival. Found it. Go ahead. It's completely broken. No one can in town and can fix it. Ha! You can't, but I can. Handsome and reliable. Why here it this late based on my past year working that butt? Why it's so curved? Reckless determined as an outsider. Well, let's just see these new construct models. Sheriff, the Harvest Festival. And he gets stabbed. Closest receiver. Do you remember the little beggar those two guys mentioned that knocked us? It's already dark. That was quick. Watch one recording and it's now nighttime. I dressed up as a sheriff and patrol in Area B and destroyed the security system nearby last night. You just need to follow there according to the plan. Just key to shutting down the security system, don't lose it. Copy that. Tomorrow at 10 PM on the Harvest Festival, Team A and B will carry it out according to the plan. I need you to turn down the security system near the target. April 7th, Kara. April 8th, Cinnamons. April 9th, around the mayor's house. Hmm. Yep. Go to the mayor's.
笑えるぜお前マジで女に変装してたんだなだが俺と相棒は一目で男だって分かったぜ黙れ俺の変装は完璧なんだ
Oh, he did dress as a woman. We did actually find Damon. Wow, looks like my detective skills were professional. No, it was very basic. It wasn't amazing or impressive. Let me just beat Damien up. This is just bullying. This is just beating him up for the crime of existing. Alright, problem solved. What? Stay away from me! In the dark corner, a hand could be seen lifting Damien off the ground against the wall. He really is, looks like he's getting his face breaked in. Come on, what's the matter? I thought you were quick on your feet. Damon tries to know him anvil. Lousy son of a... Let go! My apologies, but I never let go of my prey. Do you think you've earned your way back to the Purified Force just because you have me now? Who do you think they trust, me or you? Nexus' grimace, however, only grows more intimidating by the second, reminiscent of a hound baring its teeth. I never thought about going back. I'm not one of them now anyway. I'm just one of the hooligans in this town. Now let me show you how we deal with people like you here. Within Noxus tightening his fist and lifts Damien up at the wall, his chest cracking in enormous pressure. Damien can feel the excruciating pain in his mind that is coming from his artificial muscles. Ugh. We're going to remove your limbs real nice and slow, piece by piece. Because you see, we just don't get our hands on the parts of an authentic Babylonian construct every single day here. And we ain't gonna turn you off your pain receiver, of course. See, we hate to see your mind deviate. And then, done stripping you clean, and I've left but your life support device, artificial spine, and that goddamn brain of yours. We're gonna pull all into a jar and make ourselves some real nice rum with alcohol flavor and electrolyte. Demon has no way of knowing how much truth there is to Noctis' words, but he finds himself petrified down to the bone nevertheless. Help? Hold your horses then, Noctis. Noctis loosens his grip, which gives Damon a few seconds of taking the gulp of air. Why, though, Katna? Because we've got a few questions for him. Ain't gonna work. People from the Purified Force won't spit anything. Best if we just smoke him and look into his memory. When he's done talking, Noctis lifts Damien up again on the wall again. With so much force that Damien is literally sinking into the wall. Wait, don't kill me. I'll tell you everything you want to know. In a moment of panic, Damien completely forgets that the construct memory remains inaccessible without clearance of the construct's commandant, and the Purified Force even needs authorization from Nikolai himself. Let's start with this one. Who are you exactly? I am a Forsaken. Forsaken? Any proof of that? In the left pocket of my coat? Noctis pulls out a badge out of the pocket, something he has seen before when he paid the Forsaken a visit. Did Watanabe send you here? Watanabe? No. I take orders from that son of a... Who exactly sent you here then? Can't be this Gelissimo that you were talking about, no. Spot on, although I have no idea who he is exactly. All I know he is the one leading the resistance against Babylonia. Wow. Sounds like one hell of a hotshot. Where is this Gelissimo then? Noctis throws a punch to the wall behind Noctis, which instantly shatters the wall into pieces. What are you trying to do in this town? In just a few days. How many days are in a few days? 3 days. We'll be spearheading an attack on the town with hedgehog creatures then. And then... Damon stops cold with bizarre language sounds emanating from his mouth. Boy, look at you go there. Really had us going. I guess we have to do this the hard way then. Noctis found a tiny in his hand again. And when he knows that Damon doesn't seem quite right. Hey. Pure red blood or pure red vital fluid that seems like blood gushes out of Damon's mouth as it opens and closes. Doctors, what the hell? Hey, I didn't do this. Doctor starts checking the opening wound on Damon's and his fatality takes a nosedive. Wait, this guy isn't injured? He's poisoned. Poisoned? You never heard of any poison that works on a construct, and you didn't even see any poison Damon to begin with. Suddenly, Noxus lets go of Damon and rushes out of the alley, apparently having recalled something. Noctis, where are you going? Nigel! With no one in sight, Noctis shouts in the air. Show your face now! Noctis, come down already. I can't. That son of a gun just poisoned the guy back there, and he's got to still be around now. With his clenched hands cracking and his teeth squeezed, Noctis scrutinized every corner for Nigel. Nigel? Still alive. I totally knew that. He's just murdered a person right under my nose. What Noctis is doing now is making himself widely suspectful if Nigel is actually around. Making yourself completely defensive, Nox. Let's get out of here first. No, he's got to be somewhere around here. I'm not leaving until he shows up. Noctis. You trust me here, partner. Then out of ground fury, Noctis walks away. When Noctis is completely out of sight, a figure walks out of the corner where the light of the campfire can't reach. Interesting. For F's sake. Noctis is about to throw a punch at the bug counter, but decides against it with a quick glance at his surroundings. Oh, probably now you'll be able to colony. Just how are you even keeping your head so cool? Well, here's some ice water to get you started. Noctis sits on the bar counter and stares at the wine glass, still clenching his teeth in burning rage. It may not seem like it, but I'm damn mad too. Demon might have been an unlousy human being, but that doesn't give anyone right to just take his life without a proper trial. But rage aside, I really want to know what Damon and these people were up to coming to this town. With his voice growing soft and fingers laced, Noctis begins recounting Damon's last words. The guys said they will be spearheading an attack on the town with some hetero creatures. Meaning Damon and his people aren't operating alone. Makes sense. Who sent them here to spearhead the attack though? That's the million-dollar question here. I'm guessing it's the Generalissimo he's talking about. I'm having trouble seeing where the Generalissimo fits in the picture, since Damon said he belonged to the Forsaken. Beats me. Well, we know this Generalissimo might very well be Nigel. Unable to reach Babylonia, you have no idea what's happened to the Forsaken or autonomy. Sucks the guy got smoked before you made him spill more beans though. What was the poison though? Probably some sort of magnetic substance. Something Nigel would inject into his targets with his weapons. Once it's inside the target's body, it can cause a cardiac arrest with it if the target is a human, or paralyze the target's mind if they're a construct, which kills them eventually. That's how you manage to smoke his targets even if the attack itself isn't fatal. Sounds like one hell of a man. And that's an admirable gift that has turned formidable now that he's no longer a friend. But what Damon said is a little weird, if you think about it. I mean, how are they able to control hetero creatures? Did you catch any eye when you fought them? Well, one thing did strike me as weird. The elephant-like hetero ones. They that I fought were pretty docile and they weren't super combative. They were super particular about their food though. There was one time when you came across hetero creatures in the forest of a heterozone, whose ecology was complicated like anything you would see before. The ecology like that is perhaps susceptible to exploitation. Guess I'd describe them as being led rather than controlled. Like what I did with them using wheat height. And if that's the case, then all you need to do is keep the town safe from attack. Now is either drive the hetero creatures away or bait them into leaving before they get here. If done right, you're able to hold the hetero creatures at bay without Babylonia's help. We just gotta figure out where they keep those hetero creatures hidden now. Remember those hooligans that... Hey, stop judging the book by its cover. I know that's probably what the kid seems like, but they've nothing done anything morally commendable, and wreaking havoc on the town is simply out of the question. Who says I'm talking about those followers of yours? Oh, you mean those underlings that hang around Damon? Damon's hooligans hang around the deserted brewery nearby town, according to one of Noctis' followers. And all the food they brought before the harvest festival is probably what they used to lead the hedgehog creatures. There's a good chance they're operating out of the brewery. Well, we know where they are now, so I say we go and bust them. Looking around for them to get the show on the road, Noctis hops off the chair. I think we should probably get in touch with the mayor before. I just tried that. I wasn't able to reach him out to him, or that stubby son of his. You're surprised that Noctis tried to reach out to people instead of jumping the gun. What are you laughing at? I just find you kind of reliable now. You don't say, but I guess I've grown used to how 21 and Furimo now after spending all this time working with them. Yeah, that's just me now, and you, of course, partner. Can't help but want to ask, do you think we can really pull this off? No doubt about it at all. I mean, since we're part of this town now. Well, I guess I'll pay the brewery a visit on my own then. They have a harder time spotting me that way. But I want you to promise me this. Huh? Promise you what? Since you're just there to stop them from attacking the town, I want you to promise me that you'll avoid confronting them head on while you're there. Right, of course. And then if Nigel shows up too, of course. Right, fine, totally got it. Promise you I'm not going to lay a finger on them even if Nigel shows up. Noxus figures pops a few times and puts his clenched hand up against his chest. You can tell he's trying his best not to lose his cool. 6. I have every faith in you. Noxus looks taken aback but quickly nods as he pushes back your hand back ever so slightly with a fist. Smile blooms across his face. I got this, partner. And there's one more thing. What is it? You run your eye over Noxus, doesn't seem to pick up the hint. Say, don't you think this code can use some toning down? The brewery. Why would I torture them? I know they're culprits, so of course I'm gonna throw a bomb at them. It's just madness. People with weapons marching towards you. What do? I throw bomb at them. You want to torture them first? No. They mean me harm. You might as well strike first. Let's go. And we'll just beat them all up. Let's go. Is this the map of the town? But if it was that guy... She just mashes. Shadow lurking in the darkness. Is it gas? Yeah. Oh, they're gonna do a massive explosion. Did she really just stab me? Hidden door, I knew it. Gotcha, it should be the real plan. Come out and there's danger. GR. Hey, Raven. Ray Raven. You found out of contact with Noctis and signal disruption when he enters the deserted brewery. You can't help but worry for him. By having been assigned to the job of the bartender, you know what you should probably focus on what's at hand here. Luckily we haven't gotten too busy yet. This bar becomes packed with people around midnight because of the Harvest Festival. You know that you need to get yourself and place ready before all the people come. You blow a puff of the air at each of the wine glasses you just finished washing. Wipe them with a dry cloth until they glitter and hang them on the wine glass rack. Seeing your work, you feel accomplished. I think I'm getting better at this. Right then, with the rings, there comes from the door and comes the night's first customer. Most of the tavern's regulars make a beeline straight for the bar counter as soon as they come through the door. This particular customer, however, walks slowly with a light taps on the floor. How are you doing today? Apparently, having noticed the seats at the counter, they walk up this way and pick a seat on. My apologies. I can't see anything. Through the faint light, you see that he's wearing sunglasses, behind which sits a pair of dark, lifeless eyes, sending a chill down your spine. Anything like to get yourself started? Anything will do. I guess I go with whatever you make me. Says the man with a polite smile. At the same time, you find his smile menacing in a way you can't quite place. You know this is probably a false alarm, but you can't seem to shake it off. You're a constructor, I presume. Can I get you some alcohol-flavored electrode then? Well, sure. Well, a bottle of low alcohol flavored electrode from the rack and pour the golden aromatic liquid into a glass. Here you go, sir. Thank you. Searching for the glass for a few seconds in his left hand, he finally finds it and grabs it. Well at it, he lifts his shoulder cape flutters to the wind, revealing an empty space underneath. Blind with a single arm. Stop cold when it hits you that you might have heard about this persona non grata. Nigel? The man, however, has no way of knowing who you really are, and you know this is your chance to get him to talk about his guard on, so he can later show you what it learned with Noctis. Gather you're from Babylonia, sir? I used to be. After a long pause, Nigel starts speaking again. I had come to Earth many times, but our mission locations were the only places I had visited on Earth. I presume you're on another mission? Yes, correct. He picks up the wine glass instead of his mouth and holds the wine glass up to his ear. Not exactly your type of drink, I see. I've never had any alcohol. He listens to the liquid circle around the glass and you swallow. Imagine this is... Oh no. That is a bit more realistic, but still fun if it comes to a bar, orders a drink. Oh yeah, I never drunk before. Ah, well, hope you enjoy this drink. I do have a friend, and he is a real drinker. A friend, huh? Thing though is that he can't really hold his drink. He doesn't give a damn what he does when he gets it drunk. That quality he has that I don't. With a barely discernible smile, chugs the drink in one go. Yeah, I think I ever get used to this. He puts the glass down and stands up. One question before I go. Sure, what is it? What would you differentiate a construct from a human? That's one interesting question, I gotta say. Take as long as you possibly can without wiping the bar counter, all while keeping an eye on Iron Joe. As a bartender, I guess the difference is that one takes alcohol while the other takes electrolytes. Is that so? Nigel leaves the money for the drink on the table and turns around. Say, how would you answer that question as a commandant of Babylonia, though? No sooner have you heard the question that you reached your hand into the drawer behind the counter for the service pistol in it. A second later, you feel a pang of excruciating pain coming from your left arm that quickly occupies the left side of your body. You have no idea he even got you, but you haven't taken your eye off him for a split second this entire time. Your heart sinks as the numbness that quickly spreads across your body. Oh, what in the world did you... Seems like Noctis has told you about me. Send him my way. It's high time we've got to settle things between us now. I'll look forward to hearing your answer to the last question from them. Nigel pushes his sunglasses up and slowly makes his way toward the door. And just a word of advice, there's no way for you and this townsman to stop the Gelissimo. Nigel. Nigel's fading footsteps are the last thing you heard before the world around you slips into darkness. I'm sure my little town will be able to stick through thick and thin and come back strong like them. On the big desk in front of Max lies an open envelope with its letter in his hand. This is ridiculous. Max tears the letter into pieces and throws them into the ashtray, while the cigar he just lit up, he sets up pieces of flame, instantly turning them to ashes. Max racks his brain over what he just read about the letter as the fumes of smoke rise from the cigar, all the while wishing he could just easily burn up the mess he has just read about. Oakley? Am I getting too old? Or what? Then he opens a yellowed photograph of a family of 3 standing in the middle of a wheat field. They all seem very happy in the picture, so much so that Max can hardly tell the young man looking back at him from the picture is himself. Max snaps back at the knocks coming from the door. People rarely visit him around this time, but he figures it's probably someone he knows, seeing that he didn't get a call from security downstairs. Come on in. Max closes the drawer and to his surprise, he's supposed to come through the door. Fan? Max casts Fan an unceremonious look before returning to all the peppers on the table, his cigar hanging from his mouth. Say, why didn't you take a day off patrol and just go out and enjoy the festivities? I mean... Do you remember how the Harvest Festival came about in the first place, Dad? As he keeps his stare on Fan, Max puts down the pen. Of course. That was when the town had its first big harvest, and your mom was super happy. So we decided to make this day the Harvest Festival. Right. And she happened to have passed away on this very same day too. Max looks away from Fan once again and returns to the papers. People die all the time, especially the world as it is right now. You could have saved her, foe. Max does a long sign as a remark, instantly appearing older behind his age. That's enough for the day. No, not today. Fan pulls out a service pistol from Babylonia and trains it on Max. Tisk! I thought they hated Babylonia's guts. Damon and his people have made the deserted barrier outside their town a temporary governing place. We know that. And they just decided to call this town their homeland. What the hell? Infuriated, Damon tries to smack the dust off his outfit. So how much longer do I still have to be here? Beats me. They've been getting along so well with the people in town that you can't even tell they're from Babylonia. That's something I never saw coming. We need to get rid of them before the Forsaken wreaks havoc here. But if that fails, there is this other person I'm sure you won't have trouble doing in. Damon shoves his weapon, a service pistol that Babylonia has given one to all the members of his operational forces, into Fan's hand. So, who's this other person you were talking about? Well, lo and behold, the mayor. Your father, that is. Well, I guess I take that as a no. I thought you wouldn't say no, though, after hearing what you talk about how he killed your mother and all. No, I've got this. Fan takes the pistol and puts it in his pocket. We just need him dead for our plan to work. And can do whatever you see fit with the townspeople after that. I don't think they're able to stick together like they have with Max gone, though. That chance they'll stick together. They're all just here for the food and shelter. No way they're gonna put their life on the line to fight the Forsaken. Damon nods and sees Fan off. Are you seriously counting on him? Nigel comes out of the dark corner behind Damon and slowly walks up to him. Well, we've got you guys too. See, the guys and us, we're not the same. He's never killed. Have you ever killed one of your loved ones yourself, then? Sensing provocation in Nigel's tone, Damon shows an irritated look, all the while knowing full well what Nigel can't see a thing. See, I can kill anyone. As long as they pay, it's good enough. Without saying another word, Nigel pushes his glasses and walks out of the brewery. Hey, don't forget what you need to do. You and your people are supposed to clean up after Fan if he ever screws up. Damon doesn't know if Nigel heard him, but he needs to get around to his part of the plan himself now. Man, what an old ball. They even takes the time on his terminal and sees that it's time for him to get changed and blend into the festivities. There's nothing he enjoys more than toying with his targets from where they can't see him. But they saw him. Looking into the barrel, however, Max remains unfazed. The Forsaken is coming, and you need to get out of here now. People can do whatever they see fit, but I'm not living. This is my turf. Van is taken back at Mark's calm, but somewhat solemn tone. Keeping the pistol trained on Max, he walks up this way. Are you out of your mind? Even if you could stop them, this place still be destroyed. This place that Mum left us with. Van presses the gun at Max's head now, unable to keep his hand from shaking. And this is your last warning. Leave this town now or else. But you're old. People here come and go. The buildings here go down, but they get built back up. And there will be a new wheat when the old ones die. That's the way things have been for years and years. The only thing that's going to destroy New Oakley, this place that Oakley left us with, is if I back off now and let them take over this place. Shut your trap. You don't deserve to say that name. Looking straight into the barrel, Mac puts a cigar in his mouth and takes a long puff. Well, I suppose you just don't know your mother that well. Oh boy, that's a rough burn. As the story goes, Van's mother came from money and decided to stay on Earth with Max after getting kicked out of the family. Mum was nice and gentle, and those good-for-nothing refugees took advantage of that, to the point that she had to sacrifice herself. Oakley became severely ill after giving birth to Van. She had the chance to go on back-to-back with her for treatment, but decided to yield her place for those in need, which eventually left her to die from deteriorating conditions. Shaking his head at all Van's executions, Max opens the drawer and takes out a photo. One he sees seen only too many times and generally traces his finger over it. You see, Oakley was a lot more smarter and stronger than I could ever hope to be. Hey Max, check out the Swedes bolting. I'm not supposed to be running with a baby in you. Say, let's make today the Harvest Fest. We'll celebrate this day going forward. I want people to live here to be happy day in and out. There's only so much living here, though. That's not true. Because I'm going to make this place accessible to all, so that people who want to stay here can stay, become part of this town if they recognize our principles of equality and neutrality. And they're able to find work and place they belong to right here in New Oakley, regardless what they might have been in the past. New Oakley, you said. The name of this town. But we need a name for this town first to make recruitment. There's no way they will be able to expand this farming area with just the two of us. People will just see the golden wheat fields and feast on bread. Not to mention, we have to manage people to defend ourselves in the corrupted. Seems like we've got an endless list of things to do now. It's true. We'll be running into a bunch of problems, but we'll be solving just as many. I trust you'll be there for me through it all, Max. See this wheat? I'm sure my little town will be able to stick through the thick and thin and come back strong just like it. So what do you say? Are you in this with me? Well, of course. I'm not going back to Babylonia, Max. And if any of you ever tried to talk me into doing that, says Oakley as she turns off the safety of her gun and aims at the people around her. I'll kill you all, and then kill myself. Hey, easy there with that thing. Oh yeah, I think she means business there. But what are you going to do about your... Oakley shakes her head with a weary smile. I might be able to make a fool cry if I go back, except they'll never let me leave. I'll never be able to see everything and everyone I love again. The idea of death really scares me, Max. I'm an atheist, but I don't think that death is the end of it all, but... The idea of having to leave you, adorable son, never in this town, and the golden seed wheat from my dream. I don't see how that's any different from just killing me. Oakley fires a shot in the air. Tears trickle down her face. So go tell them that I'm not going back to Bel-Air, and this is a decision that I, Oakley Norman, having made my own volition. She's a Norman. She came from the moon. Well, the family and own is the mining on the moon. If I'm fated to part this ways with this world, I'd rather that happy right here and surrounded by everyone I love. I really like this town because people can kiss goodbye to their past and live however they want here. So Max, I'm listening. Promise me this. Promise me that you will stand on guard for this place, the people here, and the freedom here. Then she wobbles a few times before her gun drops to the ground, making a loud thud. Ugly. Ugly. Dark, dark. But kudos to both you and her, I guess. See, you and your mother are the only two who have ever pointed a gun at me in my life. But if what you're saying is true, then why didn't you never say a thing? Because Oakley never wanted you to think that this place in you prevented her from getting the help she needed. She wanted you to see death as something that happens naturally. The fact that you made that decision to be turned into a construct only goes to show how much you like her. That you both never follow the path people have laid down for you. Just like how Oakley chooses to stay here, so am I. And I'll be keeping you, Oakley, until my very last moment. But you, Fan, are free to go wherever your future want now. Being the big man you already are. Dad. Right then, the terminal sitting on Max's desk pings with a notification. It's from that commandant from Babylonia. The message reads, "Watch out, the Forsaken is coming." Something in the room catches his attention, and while he tries to decide if he can really trust the message, almost out of instincts, he flips up his desk and flings it at that fan's side. The desk is sliced in half. A split second later, a dagger materializes out of thin air. Ah! With the dagger driven deep into Max, now stands in front of him, blood soaks right half his body instantly. Van pulls Max behind himself without any hesitation and starts sending bullets flying to where he thinks the perpetrator is. You need to get out of here. Following the coughing fit, blood gushes out of Max's mouth. And meet the commandant. They probably had a few things to figure out, and there's no way of stopping Babylon and Forsaken from fighting each other if they are dead. What about you? Ah, boy. This almost feels itchy. I'm not gonna die. Now go and do what you need to as sheriff of this town. Pressed for action, Van leaves Max in a comfortable position and gets out through the window. Oakley, these two bless their son in this town. Town in danger. Well, no stranger to injuries, but you never once found as weak as you do now. You still think that's a lie? I've been through a coma. Speaking of which, I'm just gonna have a quick break. Alright, I am back. You can still think of a clear head, but the left side of your body is quickly growing weak from the numbness spreading from your left shoulder. If what Noctis said is true, this poison will gradually spread across your entire body and reach your organs, eventually stopping your heart. Literally dying with a second, you can now think of nothing more frightening in this world. Can't just die yet. The mayor of New Oakley, even Babylon, are going to be in deep trouble if you go down now. Damn it. Taking large gulps of air, you struggle to your feet with a little strength you have left. You open your terminal and send a warning message out to Max. After that, you lose track of time. The ticking clock on the wall, the only thing reminding you that you're still awake. So much for telling Noctis to proceed with caution just before you left. Unable to support yourself anymore, you let out your body slide from the floor against the bar counter. Right at this moment, your thought goes back to when you promised to help him to go back to Cerberus. And that's how devastating it's going to be about your death. Noctis, I'm sorry. Hey, get yourself together there. All of a sudden you're back on your feet again with a pull and you can feel a warmth coming over his left side of the body from the person who's holding you. Noctis. Damn it, totally knew I shouldn't have left you here alone. With his arm, Noctis sweeps around the tables cleaning the items, making sure makeshift gurney. Not exactly a bad wound, the blood stopped too. What the hell is... Noctis people suddenly die as it hits him that the real issue here isn't the wound itself. Is that thing again? Did you get poisoned by him? Yes, Nigel is still alive. What in the world? There was no antidote to that damn thing. Gnashing his teeth is absolutely clueless. Noctis wishes he could travel back in time now and ask Fury to give him a crash course on first aid. Wait, no. You need to get back to Babylon. Yes, I'm sure they know what to do with you. They're probably trying to get me, but I'm sure they are going to leave you to die. This is the first time you see Noctis panic over trying to save a dying person. Listen, Noctis. Yes, I'm all in ears. The mayor, you need to go and save him. Are you out of your mind? Do you really think I'm just going to leave you here and when your Oakley's going to be in deep trouble if they get him? For God's sake, just worry about yourself already. We haven't been here for long, but we are restless, just like anyone else. You buzz Noctis the terminal you used to send Max a warning message. This, you figure, will help you to remain in touch with him. You need to keep this town and everyone here safe. You understand full well at this moment you're not a commandant, but doesn't mean you should at least just sit around and need to take matters into your own hands. Right, of course. But you gotta promise me that you ain't gonna die until I'm back. Wait, no, you need to keep hanging in there. Even when I'm back, I'm just not gonna let you die. Of course, partner. With it, Noctis threateningly lowers your hand and casts you in one last look. He takes off with a determined run. Dodge the grenades and save Van. Can't even dodge them. And I get stuck on the rock. Amazing. Amazing. Oi. There's someone you forget to light this fight. Let's go. Hey, are you okay? I'm fine. Thanks for saving me. Easy peasy. These assassins are so annoying. They just keep coming. Can I help you? I can help you. Let's finish them off. What? I don't need you. Just care of your dad. I'll leave it to you then. Sure. Don't forget to call me if you're in trouble. I've confirmed the location. I'll move with the drone's help. Oh, not bad, Commandant. Attackers along the routes. They're ready. I'll send you everything, Noctis. Destroy them all. Don't let them hurt the residents. Commandant, there are 3 routes. Emily. Alright. Alright. Alright, time for snap some. Yeah, just brace their neck. Because that's what Noctis do. Doesn't need use any weapon. He is the weapon. Alright, let's go. There we are. Problem solved. Did you just run it? Ah! What is that? Don't kill me, please. Okay, but 10 minutes you can offer me in exchange. I'll tell you everything I know. Then say it out loud. It's all wasting time. More reinforcements on their way. Don't land on the empty space in front of the man's house. Axe house? You better be telling the truth, do you know what I mean? If I ever find you alive, the bombs on you will explode right away. They won't kill you, but it will hurt you so much that you wish you were dead. Tell the truth, I swear. Whoa, that was fast. Let's get the bombs ready. Head over there. Alright. I just stacked all the bombs in one spot. Oh no, all of them died. Wow, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate for them that they don't have a quick death. Let's go. Yeah, it definitely died to that. Greetings, Mr. Noctis. Thank you for standing our contribution to the town's peace. On behalf of our town, I honor to this new Oakley, a legendary honor to you. You always be welcome, New Oakley. Oh, okay. What do you think, Commandant? Do I look cool?
もっと強くだ飯食ってねえのか
Oh, that was a bit weird. Max. Standing in the sea of gold is the love of Max's life. Are you here to take me with you now, This is where his life should come to an end. He is certainly happy that this is how it is going to end. But a smile that is still more radiant than the golden of the wheat fields. The girl opens her mouth to speak. F you. Max isn't quite sure what just happened, but he thinks he just saw Oakley, whom he's seen countless times in his dreams, slip the burn at him. Oh, why are you? Get yourself together already. Remember what I said? Death takes everything away from you. I'm nothing but part of your dream. Alright, Oakley's dead. She's not coming back. Look at you. You're still alive, no? Oakley puts her hand over Max's chest and she can feel his head beat. Well, I sure hope I don't fall in love with a wimp. When Max reaches out for her hand, he feels nothing but his own heartbeat. Get going already. Your son and those young people are still fighting. Alright. Guess it's time for our paths to cross. Just yet. Well, I'm afraid what's going to happen soon if you don't quit smoking. Max nods at Oakley with a smile and he turns around with his back facing the sea of wheat fields. Ha. Well, I suppose I'll stick around just a little longer to help them out then. Saying nothing more, Oakley quietly and gradually disappears from behind Max. As his eyes fly open, Max coughs out the blood from his throat. Hey, are you with me? Jesus, keep it down, will ya? I'm hurt in the shoulder, not in the ear. Max can hear hurried footsteps as Van dashes over this way, having noticed that his father has regained consciousness. Dad. Van drops the pistol, holds Max's hand. This is probably the first time Van has been this close to Max since Oakley passed. Unable to get himself an edgewise, Noctis shows a weary smile knowing that Max will be fine. Son? Yes? Stop crying already. You look as ugly as your mum when she cried. Shut up. Max struggles to his feet with Van's support, then turns to face Noctis. Thank you so much, Noctis. Don't mention it. See, it's my partner who sent me here to your rescue. Seeing the town would be in deep trouble if they got you. Oh well, things look as dire as they do, I'm impressed. Right, except my partner is in an equally dire situation now too, as we speak. Mind, we have a few words. They will not. Noctis pulls out the terminal and the connection is established, but Noctis gets no response to him or what he says. Hey partner, you still there? A very puzzling second, Noctis grows more anxious. Hey, how are you feeling? Noctis' worry quickly dissipates when he hears a familiar voice coming from the other side of the line. Split second later after Hammer. Line is filled with an anguished scream. Cerberus cannot be Cerberus without any of the three. Even the scream Noctis wastes a second rushing back to the bar, except it seems too late. Outside the table, he has left the Grey Raven and Commandant, two hazy figures stand in the faint light, working away at the person at the table with some sort of device. Let go now. Enraged, Noctis flings a terminal at a hand at them as he dances right up. The sucker punches one of them. Clank. The clinks and clanks of metallic objects fill the bar. They travel through the bottles and glasses that the Grey Raven Commandant and Noctis have already filmed themselves not too long ago. Stay the hell away. I thought I'd pay you a visit knowing that you're mostly brawn and barely any brain, says the figure that stands next to the Grey Raven Commandant, showing no intention to stop. Noctis, however, is still a little taken aback by the voice with which he reopposed was uttered. Vera? Let him, 21. The powerful claw that's been holding Noctis in place loosens up. Captain is right. Noctis is all brawn and no brain, and you're stronger now. My bad, I thought you guys were trying to... Well, wait, I totally heard a scream over the line. Seeing Vera nod at her, 21 pulls out a colourful bag of medications and hands it over to Vera. I think the Commandant here can probably clear your confusion for you now. You feel as though someone has sucker punched you in the tummy in the heavy darkness that you were feeling suffocating nausea as your heart pumps the sensation into every last corner of your body. Every last inch of the nerves under your skin feels as though they were shredded into pieces by combine hammers as they be pierced back into a silent stream of sharp orns of wheat, until the same blood-red setting sun can be looming over the field. There is what you heard, Noctis. Is everything gonna be okay? The same blood red you've seen too many times between night and dusk. Try to speak. Barely make any move and your mouth produces no sounds. There we go. Jeez, you really scared the hell out of me there. You're so loud, Noctis. Knock. Pain cuts through the chest and explodes in your heart. It's the smallest attempt to will your mouth into working. In pain, I presume, says Vera with a smile as she pulls out a syringe. Aren't you a rare one? But here are some painkillers to get your mouth to work. Vera wastes no time in sending the needle into you. Following a moment of dizziness, the painkillers kicks in, still shaking moments ago from pain. Your eyes return to normal. Thank you, Vera. We'll keep that on the running tab of everything you owe me. So, what's going on? What are you two doing here? All I know is that you asked me to go and save the mayor and Fan. Partner, and they're both safe now, by the way. My bad, Noctis. Vera reached me right before my connection went dead. All the vitals are off the chart, especially for the heart. What's going on? Nigel did this. F them. Damn it. Nigel? The
The one that went missing from the Purifying Force.
Do you know him?
Well, I do know quite a few things as Cerberus's captain, says Vera in a mocking tone. But Vera has a point. She has to know her squad members when she's the one leading Cerberus. Given where Noctis come from, it makes sense to assume that Vera has done quite some research on his background. The Purifying Force isn't the easiest to get information out of, but I always had to find out. Commander Nikolai. Vera gives you a barely noticeable nod, and that's so non-committal that it almost escapes you. Without saying anything else, she keeps her eye quite on your fusion bag. So, what are you gonna do? Bang. With an almost blinding light, your brain is unable to process what's quickly unfolding around you. A dizzy ringing muffles your ears. You can feel that someone is covering you.
Purifying Force here. Need all of you to keep your hands above your head and walk out. And you too. With a thump that sounds like a blow against the construct's plate, the figure has been covering you rolls away on the floor.
Noctis!
Freeze there! You're all suspects now too. Cough.
Grey Raven commanded? I was the one saving the day here. Got any problem? As the ringing ears quiets down, you feel your surroundings begin to glow clear. All while pain creeps under each of your skin. Pain that should have been subdued by the killer now. Standing facing you is Isarius, who points a blade at Vera and 21 Noctis, who was the one covering you from the sudden bang just now, has been held immobile by several Purifying Force members. Someone apparently carried you out of the tavern while you were feeling disoriented from the explosion just now. Looking back, you see fire dance on the path to the tavern.
What are you trying to do with us?
Defection attempt to murder colleagues with explosives and abduction of a task force commandant. You've been arrested for all of that.
That's bullcrap.
Isarius, having seemed oblivious to Noctis' proposal, his blade is sharp and it seems that it might pierce Noctis' chest in a second now. I wouldn't move an inch now if I were you. That's a long list of charges they're trying to pin you on there, Noctis. Isarius' blade inches closest to Noctis. Wait a second there. I'll be escorting you back to Babylon out of my personal reverence to you, Great Raven Commandant. But this situation we're dealing with, it falls strictly within the jurisdiction of the Purifying Force, and therefore does not concern you. Obstruction of a Purifying Force mission with explosives, negligence. No, Noctis didn't do any of that. We were on the same transport crowd, at least we need a reminder. We have come across the traces of the nation that matches his.
He isn't the perpetrator, please trust me.
The blade in Asara's hand seems a little less menacing now as he grows hesitant. I found shit for him as a commandant. Be that as may, we still need to take him back to Babylonia merely for investigation.
No, you can't do that.
Because there are things I need to finish here. I'm not going back until I have scores settled with that guy Nigel. All the more reason for you to get back with us and ask for help if he's still alive. But we're out of time here because they're coming to destroy this town. All we need is just some more time. Consider it our kindness that we didn't execute you here right on the spot. Take it. Not gonna happen. Yes. As Vera thrusts her banner and spear between Noctis and Isarius, 21 wastes no time burying her claws in the other Purifying Force members. Hey, what are you? Hey, you look as dumbfounded as some silly dog there. Noctis is Cerberus, Noctis. Only 21 and Captain can be mean to him.
What's wrong with it? This is my business here.
I'm the one that caused all this mess. Ain't gonna do with you two. But it's got to do with Cerberus now. Here's a friendly reminder for you. Dead or not, you're a member of Cerberus. Keep that in mind. Just because you spend a few happy days at the Purifying Force doesn't mean you can forget that. Noctis nods at them, smiley blooming across his face. Cerberus can't be Cerberus without any of the three. The Cerberus members all bearing their claws and fangs at the people standing in their way now. Cyrus, on the other hand, points the tip of his blade straight at Vera. The hostility is in the air as fast approaching the boiling point. As of any second, Cyrus will slash off Vera's head while 21 will tear into pieces the Purifying Force members holding Noctis at gunpoint. In deadly silence, the next word uttered by anyone who holds the power to steer the confrontation one way or the other. Guess we'll leave them be. Before you know it, Cyrus put his blade back into sheath for what you would describe as a light speed swoosh.
But why?
We aren't here to babysit Cerberus. And besides, I trust this commandant. Thank you. I'm only doing this because I have faith in what you're capable of. With a nod, Cyrus gestures for the rest of the purifiers to lower their weapons. With it, Fury 21 look hostile no more. After knowing you away, Cyrus leaves for the other purifying members, leaving you and Cerberus alone in the path leading to the now tumble-down tavern. You try and get on your feet holding Noctis' arm, but you find your effort futile with the excruciating pain in your chest. In pain again? But you're gonna pass out cold if we put more painkillers in your system. Guess we'll keep you sane with the pain for now. Vera shakes her head after checking your infusion bag. That's fine. You need to deal with what's at hand here. Number 21. I only saw a few hedgehog creatures here, and there are barely any humans or constructs in our way here. I saw a few constructs with daggers, and they're all doing the same thing. Like they were a pack of wolves being led by a boss wolf. With it, 21 pulls out a dark blade and shows it to you. These people all used to be assassins working for the Purified Force. They all worked for Nigel, and no one really knows who they are. That sure sounds like a mess. Well, we're all ears if you don't mind bringing us up to speed here. Noctis quickly loops 21 if you're in on what's happened here over the past few days. Alright, that's all the evidence we have so far, which isn't enough. Evidence, huh? Wait. Noctis suddenly remembers what he came across at the deserted brewery outside town. Remember how you asked me to look into the deserted brewery? I found their hideout there and figured out what they were up to. Noctis racks his brain trying to remember what he saw at the brewery, which proves to be slightly difficult with everything he's been through. Spit it out already, Noctis. Working on it. Let me help sort out the events that have happened. Sounds like a plan. First of all, you went to look into the hedgehog creatures. You sent Noctis there, hoping you would be able to bait the hedgehog creatures to leave and destroying the gathering place so Damon and Nigel would have nothing to attack the town with. Alright, when I was there, I didn't see those elephant-like hedgehog creatures. What were the hooligans doing there then? Well, they were the hooligans, the SWAT assassins. Which reminds me that I rushed back here when I found out they were going to assassinate you and the mayor. I see. If that's all they were trying to do, they probably didn't want to leave any of their people at the hideout, and getting rid of you two would have helped them just now. Right, but the fact that Noctis didn't see any hedgehog creatures there can mean one or two things. Either they have no use for them anymore, or they put them to use already. If they put them to use already, the hedgehog creatures are most likely on their way to town now. An attack is only something that you are spearheading according to what Damon said before he died. God only knows what else the Forsaken has set up its sleeve. I'm gonna find Nigel and stop all of this. Question is, where is he? Right then, your mind goes back when Nigel sitting across you. In a calm but lethal composure, he was so calm that even though how and when he poisoned you. With it, the excruciating pain you felt back that he hits you again. Anything else we can do about it, Vera? My partner ain't looking great here. Definitely no more painkillers. It's gonna kill your partner rather than the pain itself. One tall and the other short, two figures hang by the wooden door, and that Cyrus has busted through, observing what's happening inside the tavern. Man, Max? Hey, fancy Signor here. Are you all doing okay? Holding them just fine. That's an understatement right there. Gosh. Vera, stop scaring the hell out of the Commandant here. Doctor sizes up Max and Fan, who are walking reluctantly, with splotches of blood here and there. Max seems in need of treatment. Seems like you're hurt. Not bad enough to kill me though. But you sure look horrible there. We should talk about what we need to do next year instead. Vera wasn't just joking now, but you managed to put a smile on Max and Fan all the same. Because you want to get to the bottom of it all. Just aren't letting the pain stand in your way. Does there happen to be anywhere around town of a huge space? Huge space, you said? Why are you asking all this that all of a sudden? Since you didn't see any hedgehog creatures at the hideout, there's only place where they can hide them all without catching people's attention. Right, so I was wondering if there was any warehouse or community square that no one's been keeping an eye on for now. Well, there is actually. There's a warehouse down by the wheat field where they're still collecting the wheat, because that's what you're talking about. Except no one has volunteered to go and keep an eye on the place these days while the harvest festival lasts. The warehouse by the wheat fields. Fawn frowns. If you're going to sing it right, does that ring a bell for you, Fan? Fan seems disturbed. Demon once asked me to do this. Ben clenches his fist and keeps his stare on the ground, dust rising up in the air. Gave me some money and alcohol to buy off the guy guarding the warehouse. And the warehouse is probably their new gathering place. Suddenly, with a pang of pain, you feel as though a burning blade were piercing your chest. You nearly pass out from the pain. The world around you quickly going from white to black and black to white. Is there really nothing you can do now, Captain? Noctis and 21 squat down right now, waiting to hold your body. Vera starts working away on the terminal, hanging by her chest. This is gonna be a handful to deal with. Poison's been attacking your heart. It won't kill you, but it will cause you a lot of pain. It's the pain you've been feeling every now and then. It seems as much as I looked away on your face when you were in pain, says Vera with a smirk. But I don't want you dead. Now, it's true that this condition isn't lethal, but it'll still kill you if it lasts long enough. An interesting thing about this poison is that it gets worse with your fear. On the other hand, you keep it in check to a certain degree if you keep your spirits up. I have nothing to fear as long as I have you all here with me. Well, let us know whenever you need anything then. I'm here to help too. Noctis. I'm right here. What house the fans talking about? Nigel's probably there, waiting for you now. I see. It's after me. Go ahead, Noctis. Make sure things are okay here. Show him who's the boss is, Noctis. Go and finish it. This is one battle the eunuch put an end to. Covered in cold sweat from pain, your hands come in contact with Noctis' equally cold yet powerful hands. I'll be your side through the connection. Heh, roger that. I'm gonna put an end to it all. Showdown in New Oakley. Alright. Job sound of sirens blast through the air shortly after Noctis leaves, shouting the tranquility that followed the festivities. With it, the invert device sitting on 21 jumps to its end as she looks at the long road out of town through squinted eyes. Something's coming this way. Right then, you see someone running this way from the town. Hey, what are you all here? You all want to run now? There's a bunch of hedgehog creatures coming this way. But it should have been 3 days from now. Guess they decided to go ahead of time because we're all sniffing around. Central Plaza was growing crowded with people who have heard the siren came out. All eyes are on Max now. Sir, some of the hedge crews are in town now, and they've even set places of fire, including the wheat fields. Max shakes his head in resignation, unable to do anything about the influx of hedge creatures and the fire surrounding the town. There's only one thing he knows he can do as the mayor of this town, doing whatever it takes to make sure these people are safe, and that is I'm afraid the Oakley isn't surviving the atrocity. You'll need to leave the people from Babylonia now. Max nods at everyone as he lets go of Fan's shoulder. You all come here from different places to this town, and you've been working and living here following our principles of equality and neutrality. You owe this town nothing. You're under no obligation to fight this inevitable disaster for this town, so leave while you still can. Hearing what Max said, however, they all burst out laughing. Jeez, what are you talking about? Are you drunk from the celebration? I know, right? Dude totally thinks we can't fight to save our town. Son, this town is much as yours as it allows. This is where we belong. This is where I'll be dying to. You might be ruffians, gangsters, or criminals, but we ain't leaving this place in this world as it's taking us in. Hedgehog creatures, you said. Just watch me drive them all out. Guys. Looking on with a smile as Max pats Fan on the shoulder. Well, I see you've got your mind made up, huh? Guess it's gonna make for some good exercises after the festivals. Let's do this! With the townspeople whip out sorts of weapons and the owner of the tavern pull down these junk box, making the atmosphere of festival all of a sudden. Our bartender, he will be in charge. Are we okay with that? I mean, this is pretty much the only hope we have of winning this fight, being the ragtag we are. Of course, just leave it all to me. And those guys from the Purifying Force. 21, I need to go and politely fetch those guys here for me. They damn well need to be part of this if they want to win. Watch that. Vera turns around, holding you with a gentle grip, and whispers into your ear. Look, I did tell Noctis that the poison isn't lethal, but I know. You better know it for real.
Guys, they're coming.
Not giving up this place.
Right, we don't count like
Dylan. He has more houses than all of us, but run faster than anyone. Just don't freak out later.
Oh,
Rogue assassins. Oh, we got people to beat up. And they're dead. Oh, there's still one left. Oh. Yeah, just trust 21 to hunt them down. Still invisible. Ground is shaking. Alright, that's the Dylan. So calm. Let's go. Let's go and smack it up a few times. A weird hedgehog creature. Let's go. Where are you running off to? What things to do and beat you up? Oh, he drops explosions. Alright, that's over. Something's not right. 21, go check the casualties. Then ask about that, tell them about the mammoth. And stay on guard in case anything happens again. Understood. Shotgun too. Thanks for saving my life. Is that so? I thought you promised to give the house to me. Of course, I'll give it to you, but as you can see, the best one is already burned to the ground. It's just one of the many houses you have. So many houses, I can play hide and seek for ages in them. As if I would care about your house. Back to the point. Where's these stupid monstrosities? The moment I stepped out of town, I saw several mammoths, about 3 maybe. They started chasing me before I could figure out what was happening. I have no choice but to run back. Fortunately, you were here. We only have one here, so where's the other 2 coming? But this place can't withstand any more battles. I can set up explosives in front of the mayor's house. We're gonna need to get mammoths there. Alright, I'll get them here. 21, take these people with you and leave this place to me. Understood. Good luck, Captain. Big mammoth and little mammoth. No, I'm just gonna focus on the big one. Oh, I just made it upset. Oh, I can't really. Oh, I'm being commanded to.
でも早く隠れた方が身のためよ。あいつらが来るわ。
Alright. Oh no, she's coming for me. I'm dead. I'm screwed. She's coming for me.
あなたが私のために泣き崩れる姿はとても見てみたいけれど。
No. The pan. Why was it so... Why did the pan was so rough? It wasn't even smooth. At long last, the townspeople drove all the hedgehog creatures away, and the Forsaken that had tried to breach the town have all been eliminated. Most of the buildings in town survived the attack, with only a few having been damaged. I just need the tavern to be still around by the end of it. It all needs to live on. Burke, do you even know what's coming out of your mouth, my wheat? They're all caught for the fire. Wheat fields outside the town are now a sea of fire having set aflame by the hedgehog creatures. Lucky that we're done gathering most of the wheat. As for what's gone, says Max as he walks up to the burn field and picks up a handful of ashes that's still warm. These ashes will turn into a richer soil and bring us even greater harvest next year. And that's just like this town. You lose some, but you gain some. And everything will eventually spring back to life. Max tidies up his blood-stained jacket and walks up to Fury and the Purifying Force. We all owe you a big one. Likewise, there's no way we could have been able to stop them without all your help. Right, agreed. With a knowing smile, Vera looks at Max. But if you really want to thank us, we could only take this bartender back to Babylonia with us. What choice? This is the best bartender we have in town. And the only one, too. But I guess this bartender of ours does serve to go further than beyond this town. We have a deal then. Question is, where is the bartender in question here? Vera looks around, remembering still seeing the bartender giving out commands till the end of the fight. Right there now, the corner 21 shouts, Captain, I can barely hear the commandant's heartbeat now. Out of my way now. Vera makes her way through the crowd in panic. She has no choice but to go ahead of the examination in the town for proper medical environment. Gotta save this good soul, Missy. Yeah, she gotta save this good soul. I mean, it's not like I know how it's done or anything. Rick. Jeez, get these people out of here. Get these people out for me already, Osiris. Osiris doesn't like the idea of taking order for Vera, but it does the bidding anyway after a moment's hesitation. It kicks all the looky-loos out of the tavern with the other Purifying Force members. Captain, what's gonna happen to your Commandant? That knight was one hell of a man. This is worse than I thought. Raven Commandant, can you still hear me? Nod. You managed to keep yourself awake, but you can't say a word. The word as his ears starts growing blurry in a point you can barely make out of Vera's words anymore. He's connected with Noctis, and when Noctis feels despair, rubs off on the Grey Raven Commandant here, which speeds up the speed of the poison. Just what's up with that idiot? What did you say? Trying to pick up your words, if anyone's shading to info device. Commandant wants to perform a deep mind connection with Noctis. Are you trying to kill yourself? Your conscience to be bound to his if you do that. Your dead meat if he weakens. It needs me. So you choose to trust me here, huh? That guy not be the smart as apples, but he's got a will as strong as iron. That much I give him. Signing with a ruby smile, Fira makes up her mind. Well, let's give it a try then. Let's see what sort of miracle you can bring about. Raging Fist. When New Oakley was newly established, this warehouse was used for storing weapons. Weapons that the townspeople used to defend themselves from the corrupt and all sorts of threats, that is. The New Oakley only stands to slowly let go of her weapons after receiving armed protection from the Forsaken, only to eventually find herself under threat by none other than the Forsaken. Having lit both the wheat fields and stirred warehouses, raging flames shine like stars in the darkness before dawn. Whether there is light or not, however, makes no difference to the pitch-black figure standing in the middle of the warehouse as he quietly drinks in the cracks of the fires. There you are, Noctis. Pushing the door out, Noctis sees a brother, a dear friend and a nemesis. Nigel. With a smile, Nigel turns around to face Noctis. Your footsteps is as loud as ever. Shut the hell up already. The only way for you to save that Commandant is to kill me. Noctis loses his cool completely in the mention of the word Commandant. A cascade of sparks falling from his robotic arm from the overload. And that's what exactly I came here to do. If Noctis makes a beeline in at Nigel, he's punch at the ready. I never realized he was fighting with just one arm. That's rough.
お前は昔から変わらない。怒りからすぐ頭に血が昇る。あいつら。毒は武器のみに付着してると思っているだろう。俺の話を疑いもしないな。 お前の意識界は間もなくあの人間の心臓と同じように完全に停止する。指揮官、俺にがっかりしたろうな。くそ。 お前、俺のために怒ってんのか。ああ、俺も同じだ。こっからは全部俺に任せろ。 あの野郎に俺たちの怒りを味わってもらおうぜ相棒。
And we're gonna beat his face then. Known by the firelight, Noctis to get back to his feet. Nigel didn't think it would be possible for Noctis to get back to his feet again, with all the damage he's taken and the poison at least not based on his experience as a former member of the Purifying Force. Ha! Noctis works on his breathing despite all the damage he's taken. Noctis has been trying his best to suppress the poison that's been affecting his mind. Something's different about Noctis now, and that's not something Nigel can just tell. I'm dying here. My partner's waiting for me to get back. Suddenly, Noctis walks towards Nigel. In a gate that's no longer chaotic loud, but calm, resilient, and powerful. Through the alleys he no longer has, Noctis can seem to visualize the flames, burning hot in the air, that have stemmed from Noctis' iron will to defeat him. Noctis shows a rare smile. He always thought that he would know his dear friend of his inside out, but it seems like he's in for a big surprise. Noctis. For all these years, Nigel has never given a single battle his all, and that he has helped him get by but in the Purifying Force. Letting people's guard down, poisoning them, eventually killing them in a way they've never seen anyone killed, is exactly what he's done to Noctis. At this very moment, however, Nigel knows that this one fight has to give all his all or else. Or else it's gonna cost me my life. Stopping in front of Nigel, Noctis raised both his hands, his eyes reflecting the burning flames. I know exactly what I'm gonna do now, and what that means. Taking a deep breath, Noctis shows the same big smile he always does. Is that my partner? And I'll beat you up with all we have. Let's go.
絶望へのカウントダウン
Let's go. We just gotta beat up some fools. Alright, time to beat him to death.
ほらお前なんかよりへえ知りてえのか
Let's go.
笑えるぜ
Oh, he is smacking.
俺を殺せると思ってんの
Let's go.
始めるぜ
Let's go.
絶望へのカウントダウンへえ知りてえのか
Let's go. And blast him in the face. And that completely missed.
笑えるぜ
And I got myself smacked.
くらいで俺を殺せると思ってんの
Let's go.
絶望へのカウントダウン
Oh, well, I stopped that rotation up. Quite a fiddly character to play. Oh, let's just keep smacking him. There we are. Oh, alright. This Paul is now a double spear. There we are. And we smack his face in. And now his coach is gone. So he can parry as well, just noticed. Oh, I thought I dodged that. There we go, that's the damage. There we go. Let's go. Let's finish this off. And somehow I missed that. Point blank miss. Let's go. And smack. It's for a bomb. Surprise pineapple.
おいおいもう終わりかただのウォームアップだろ
Nigel. Without holding back, Noxus lands a punch squarely on Nigel, sending flashes of lightning throughout his body. The punch sends Nigel flying. Having given that last punch his all, Noxus collapses into the ill on the ground. Nigel found himself unable to get back to his feet from the excessive damage his frame has taken. Spewing poison, his right arm has become a goner from the punch too, no longer able to manipulate magnetic objects. Nigel struggles for breath, naturally occurring behavior that has persisted from his days as a former human, despite the fact that Kosha has a need to breathe. At the same time, Noxus can feel the poison in him was worn away, that his connection with his partner Kosha has become stable. This is what I'm talking about. Nigel's cloudy eyes close. Noxus has won the fight, while where Nigel himself has given his all and fought in all the ways he knows. Noxus has visualized fights where he has defeated Nigel more times than he cares to admit, yet with Nigel lying defeated in front of him now, Noxus seems to have difficulty wrapping his head around what just happened. Why, Nigel? Why? What's all this for? Noctis remembers having asked this question before. Still, he hopes to hear a different answer from this man who once was a dear friend. Is it because that Generalissimo made you do so? Who is it the hell is he? Nigel struggles for his feet and shakes his head. I got an order from him to attack the town, get rid of everything that stood in his way, from a place where people wouldn't be able to see me. But I saw it as a personal goal to fight you here, and see that as me being a rebellious against him. A flame with sparks showing down the warehouse is now on the verge of collapse. So why are you fighting for him then? Just why? Well, who are you fighting for yourself then, Noctis? For humans or for constructs? Huh, what's the difference that make? Nigel smiles, apparently having seen this reaction coming. I asked that Commandant what the difference between a human and a construct is. I don't know what sort of answer you got, but Noctis straightens himself. He walks up to Nigel and extends his hand to him. As much I can tell you that my partner will never treat people differently because of who they are. You and that Commandant are so incomparably naive. Noctis shows Nigel a smile, apparently oblivious to the episode. Well, so if you are, naivety makes us strong, as we've seen. Nigel slowly stands up without taking Noctis' hand and takes a half step back. But it's too late now. It's all for his dream. Noctis taken back when Nigel suddenly kicks him. Noctis blocks the kick, then suddenly attack has sent him a few steps back nevertheless. Nigel! Right then when Noctis is about to charge at Nigel, a burning beam falls and lands where they were just standing moments ago. And within an entire warehouse caves in avalanche style, sending off some of the older weapons in the warehouse, which causes an explosion so strong that it sends Noctis straight out of the warehouse door. Before Noctis passes out, the last thing he sees is Nigel standing with his black face amidst the fires. Let's celebrate a victory, partner. So you were saying you didn't find his body, huh? No, and this is the only thing the townspeople found after hours of digging through the place. Vera pulls out a pair of sunglasses that snapped in half, one that knocked his nose belongs to Nigel. I knew the explosion wouldn't kill him. And there is the thing that I thought the two of you should know too. This Purifying Force member that you said Nigel had killed, we couldn't find his body either. So it's just gone? No way, his frame has stopped working completely when I checked it. This reminds Noctis for the first of the last mission he went on the Purifying Force back then. He checked the verified balance step too, before the body went missing. Could it be that the poison that Nigel is using can do more than just kill people? I need to find him. When your frame is just another punch away from falling apart? Jeez, I know my body than anyone else. I'm totally fine. Oh, is that so? 21? With it, 21 suddenly hops out from under Noctis' bed and sits square on his tummy. How are you liking it? Noctis' face has turned a strained blue, but he works up with a smile nonetheless. Haha, see? Totally fine. I'm not asking you, so how are you liking it, 21? Uncomfortable. Noctis feels stiff. Didn't you watch a video of some tribe dance on your terminal? Want to give it a try on Noctis' tummy? I'm super good at that. Alright, that's enough. Give the poor guy a break. But if 21 jumps off Noctis. Son, are you feeling okay now? Yep, I barely had a scratch on me. That's great. Hope you get better soon. That's differential treatment right there. Thank you for saving me, Noctis. Hey, a promise is a promise. I promise I end it all, and I save you right. Well, how about your promise us that you'll stay right here and get yourself treated properly? Vera whips out a syringe of nano-restorative substance and sticks it right at one of Noctis' wounds. Hey, easy there. Guess I have no choice but to ask Nikolai to send you a new kid to join us if you fight again in your current condition. But I thought I'd been transferred to the Purifying Force. Do you think they're still going to receive you with the open arms after what happened? They mostly begged the Control Court to send you back. Is that so? You put on a worried face, although you believe that Fura probably pulled quite a few strings to make that happen. Oh, I was gonna ask you, what brought you and 21 here? The Purifying Force figured out a way to reach Babylonia and asked the task force to send a few extra hands their way. We took advantage of that to come down here. And see, no one knows Noctis like I do. I would have to be the one to deal with him if he actually turned defector. Well, real shame that I didn't get to do that, though. Noctis feels a chill down inside, seeing Furious grimace. Wait, you didn't mean that? Or did you? She did. The captain even changed into this frame that's designed for fighting constructs. I think she meant business. Me? Turning defective? No way. It's up to you if you want to come back to Cerberus. Right then, a few people come from the door uninvited. Boss, are you really going back to Babylonia? Come on, we're gonna go back to the effing place for. Just stay on Earth. Oh. What he means is, he thinks it suits you better here. I can't say I disagree. There's a bunch of kids here we can fight every day and all sorts of fun stuff we can do. Definitely a little better than Babylonia, where they make you write a report for letting out a fart from behind. Noctis nods as he looks his way with a smile. But I've made my partner a promise. I'll go back home as Cerberus. So it'll be a report or a statement of repentance. I'm ready to write whatever they make me write. Following footsteps from outside the door, the old man walks in with the support of a young man. Well, I guess you aren't going to stop you then. But we still wanted to take this chance to let you know how much we appreciate everything you've done. I'd like to thank you all too. Baron and I would have died without you all, and this town would have mostly definitely been gone too. Nuclei has taken great care of us too. I hate to admit it, but you two totally passed the New Yorkese locals. But ultimately, I know that you two have your eye on somewhere that's far beyond this little town. But anyway, we'd love to have you all join us for the last day of the Harvest Festival. I'm sure people will be very happy. I think they should be fine, as long as they drink nothing but water. Fura asks 21 to go over and kicks all the looky-loos out of the room. Look, alright, these two really need some time to recuperate here. With everyone gone, Noctis struggles to straighten himself in bed. Partner, are you sleeping? I'm feeling pain and it's all over, but I don't feel one bit sleepy. Haha, same. Don't think anyone would be able to stay calm having experienced what we did yesterday. Noctis breaks into spell, with each quickly turns into a sigh. I just had no idea what Nigel was saying. What was going through his head when we were both fighting with all we got? He asked me this super weird question about you toward the end of our fight, though. What was it? How would you go about telling the difference between a human and a construct? Same question that he asked in the tavern. Whether someone is a human or construct, we'll be there to stand guard over them. All these words are off your tongue. You visualize all those times when constructs and humans worked alongside each other for a common cause, as well as times they swore to fight each other to the death. That's something we're able to do, and something we must do. If there's anything else that sets humans and constructs apart, it's just the stance that we each take. Ha, ditto. Well, I guess I know you well then. But I know you better than you know me. See, I've seen you drunk. Wait, what? Did I do anything weird when I was drunk? Ah, forget it. Time for a nap. Hey, come on. This is probably going to keep Noctis up for quite a while longer. Are we really going to back now? We've got more important missions to deal with ourselves, so we just leave Cerberus issues to themselves. We've wasted too much time because of everything that happened, and everything we've done will have been for nothing. We can't find the experiment subject in time. Is she really that important? I wonder what Corona sees in her. Cyrus nods in agreement as she shoots a soul and looks back. We don't question the motives behind what we are asked to do, so let me make one thing clear. We are after a dangerous experiment subject, not just some girl. Letting our guard down is not unlike on making ourselves easy targets to her. The Cyrus terminal pings with a new notification message. After taking a look at it, he turns around and gives us his team a nod. We have a new witness report. Target's range of location has narrowed down to the vicinity of Conservation Area 109. The Cyrus outfit flaps in a gust of wind as a Purifying Force transport craft lands by him. Let's get going. And that's all she wrote.
本当は私だってもっとあなたと一緒にいたいんです。でも長時間の接続は体に悪いですし。
Even Liv is telling me to end it. Well, I will say this, the writing is certainly very different from the beginning of Punishing Ring Raven. And then the next story is about the character which I've already forgot her name, was introduced during Fira's not Fira's, during Ayla's chapter. I'm still annoyed about that. That was the perfect opportunity to have Ayla and Selena to see each other again. Selena has been there since the first event chapter. And we just haven't got anything new since then about progress to the story. It's almost like she's been neglected in the end. Well then, I have been Zipper19, also known as MIKU, and I will be seeing you all again in the future. Good luck and take care.